So my name is Toyo. I work at Capitalism. Okay, and I'm presenting. So I guess I speak in English. There are people that speak French. I guess yes. Do you prefer English? Okay, so but you see, it's quite easy to understand. So it's about the iteration method, which is on you or iterate through the method on which I'm working. And so the aim of the presentation is to present this new approach, in which kind of statistics can be useful. And so this is the first part. There will be a second part in May on the distributed version of this work. So the outline is, so I just introduced a few problems about linear equations in algebra, with matrices and vectors. Then give you what we do by this approach, give you some intuitions connected to matrix product decomposition, and present a few results. So, linear problem here, I listed just 3 equations. The first one is, well, this is x equal to px, where x is a matrix, square matrix, so typically it's a transition matrix for Markov chain, something like that. So x is the stationary probability you are looking for, and it must satisfy x equal to px, and the x is normalized because it's a probability vector. And so to solve that, for instance, you could consider something like power iteration. Power iteration means you just put x0 any value, so for instance 1 over n every component, and you just iterate by applying p times the xn to obtain xn plus 1. Another linear equation is find x vector such that square matrix again A x equal to b. So this is close to inversion of matrix A. So x should satisfy A minus 1b. So again, this is and to solve this kind of problem, you have 2 typical solutions. So I didn't list all the resolution methods, just a few that's most well known and easy to understand. So you can consider things like the Jacobi and both-side iteration. I come back to this approach. And here, the iteration is something close to that, but we have to define how x evolves with itself. So I'll explain later. And the third problem is the main equation on which I'm interested, which is x equal to x plus b, and I'll show you why this is interesting. And here the condition to find x to check this equation is under the condition that p has a spectral radius which is less than 1. So I'll come back to this equation and show how they are connected, or in certain cases, and not in all these cases. First, just notation, things that exist already. Our matrix is satisfying a condition which is called diagonally dominant. Maybe if you or many of you already know that. So there's matrix P such that if you take the norm of the diagonal term, it's strictly greater than sum of all other terms, or per line, or per row, or per column. Okay, so this is what's called the diagonally dominant matrix. And just to give you 2 examples. If I take this equation, Ax equal b, and assume that A satisfies this condition per law, then if you divide each line by the dominant term, it gives you, say, A prime, and also if you divide b by this term, so this is not equal to 0, of course, because you would get this equation. And then if A, you decompose it into parts, you just put it on the other side, and you add x on the two sides, then it becomes the equation like that, where x, this is under the form of x equal to px plus b. And the spectral radius of this matrix is strictly less than 1, so this is something easy to check, you can check it yourself. This is consequence of that. Since you divide this by other side, so this is sum of that, it's strictly less than 1, and the diagonal term in this disappear because you added x to the side. Okay, so this is, if A is diagonal dominant, this means that you have this property. Now, second example for a case you have equation like x equal to px. If you are interested in the specific case of equations under this form, where P is a matrix, for instance, of the equation of Page-York equation. So I don't give you the detail, but basically, the Page-York equation with damping factor is such that this equation is equivalent to this one. So P can be decomposed into parts, where basically you have P with probability D and with probability 1 minus D. You have here a vector, and this consists in terms of random surfer model. With some probability, you stay on the graph and you surf on the graph, clicking on the hyperlinks. Or with some probability 1 minus D, you visit, you restart everything, and that's what's called the damping factor. And so this in general case, let's say this is cases where P is such that it check a condition like a strong doubling condition, which means that you have a strict positive probability from anywhere to go to any from any I node to any node J. That's it. And so in this case, you are again under the form of P equal to Px plus B, and this matrix have a spectral radius which is 6 less than 1, because P is a stochastic matrix, so multiplied by D, it's equal to D. Okay, that assumption is this. So more generally, I would call the class of system on which I apply my iteration I didn't define yet will be a diagonal distant system, and this diagonal dominant system is a system where you have to solve this kind of equation, or coming from this, because by this transformation, or coming from this kind of equation of P, when P has a spectral radius 6 less than 1. So this is the set of linear algebra I'm trying to solve numerically by a new method, which I'm trying to show, at least from intuition and some experimental results, that is efficient. The existing one, solution. Okay, now first, in terms of the general transformation, if you want to go from this equation to the type of equation I said, the general transformation you can solve. This is not necessarily the transformation you need to do, but this is one way to do. So you have A is equal to B. You can multiply both term by C, any non-zero constant term. And then you can put this other side, add x both sides. That's what similar to what I did. And then you have x equal to 1 minus CA times x plus CB. And so this is the form of what I said to you. And if A is a diagonally dominant, this for certain value of C, you'll have something which is has a spectral radius strictly less than 1. And so you can do the same thing to do the transformation. Now, if starting from P equal to x, the general transformation, again, this is not the only way, but one general way to do to get this equation, you just assume that you want to solve this, know that x satisfies some constraint or some condition, and in particular, if this is a probability vector, then means that sum of all coefficients is equal to 1, which is a condition which can be written in the form of matrix times x equal to b, where R could be a matrix with 1 everywhere, or 1 divided, 1 with 1 everywhere. Okay? And then you can rewrite this equation just adding and subtracting b, so that you get this equation under the form I said. So if P minus, but now, in the general case, it's not necessary that P minus R has a spectral radius less than 1. In general case, not true. There's a few cases of there's some particular conditions under which this is true. This is explained in the paper, but for me it's maybe a bit marginal case, so I didn't go into detail. Okay, and the other case was, as I said, in the case of Page-York, this decomposition is not done by this, but directly, because P satisfies this strong and double condition. Okay.